Please be seated. Chancellor, Deputy Lieutenant of Cheshire, Sheriff of Cheshire, and distinguished guests, a very warm welcome to you all as we gather together in Chester's magnificent cathedral on this very special day. My name's Hazel Stoddart and I am an Anglican chaplain at the University of Chester. In addition to those of us gathered here in the cathedral, we are also joined by others online, and we extend a warm welcome to each of you as well. In our graduation ceremony today, we are also conferring an honorary degree, acknowledging someone who has made an important contribution to society from beyond the university, and we will be delighted later in the service to introduce you to Cheryl, one of our honorary graduates. Gathered here in Chester Cathedral, it's worth noting the special relationship between the cathedral and the university that goes back to our roots as a pioneering and innovative college founded in 1839. Our university has changed immensely since the 1840s, but our mission statement continues to express our roots and our foundational values. Founded in faith, creating community, serving society. Our multi-faith chaplaincy team now has the joy of supporting a vibrant, diverse, and international community of staff and students. And each of you have made your own unique contribution in your time with us, and we are thankful for every single one of you. And so as we begin this ceremony, I encourage each of you to put aside any distractions, including worrying about whether your cap will stay on your head, and simply enjoy this very well-deserved moment. As we begin, let us unite our hearts and our prayers for each one graduating today. May you use your unique gifts and talents well, always mindful of the needs of others, and with a heart of care and compassion that is committed to a fairer and more just world. May you keep alive in you a spirit of inquiry and exploration, with an openness to question and be questioned in the search for truth, learning, and new insights. May you find before you new possibilities and wider horizons, and have the confidence to step out in faith with a sense of adventure, joy, and hope. And always let integrity be your guide. And may God bless you today and in all that lies ahead. Amen.
Permissum vicis ineo, I declare open this congregation for the presentation of degrees and awards. Good afternoon. My name is Giles Brandreth, and I have the honor to be the Chancellor of the University of Chester. If you know me at all, it may be because you might have read one of my books, or you might have seen me on television. I often appear on a program called This Morning. This is for people who work from home and like to have a bit of television on in the background to stimulate their endeavors. Or you might have seen me on a program called Celebrity Gogglebox. Gogglebox, for those who don't know it, is a television program in which we watch people watching television. This is what our society has come to. I'm in the celebrity version, but I assure you they use the word celebrity quite loosely. I've not heard of any of the other people involved. I began doing it with a wonderful actress called Dame Sheila Hancock, who is now 91 years of age, a remarkable human being, full of energy, fire, fury at times, but also highly intelligent, empathetic, sympathetic. I've learned a great deal from this person, and we are good friends. I began doing it with her a few years ago. It was during the pandemic, and we were in our bubble watching television side by side, and the program is made genuinely with hidden cameras. There are no people there apart from the pair of you watching the program. And we began to think how strange it was. Me of riper years, Sheila, as I say, approaching her 90s, we sat there side by side on the sofa, realizing in the midst of this global pandemic, the pair of us were sitting there on a sofa, gradually getting hooked on a program called Naked Attraction. And because Sheila was nearly 90, her eyesight was beginning to go, so we had to move the sofa closer to the screen. That's how you may know me, but my real role is as Chancellor of this extraordinary university, and I am here, first of all, to salute you, to congratulate you. And as well as doing that, I want you, if you feel inclined, to thank the people who have made this possible for you in two groups. First, the people at the university, not just the Vice-Chancellor and her team, but your teachers, your tutors, the people who have helped you on this journey in every sense, the university porters, the university cleaners and caterers, everybody who's been involved. If you feel they've been of assistance to you and have helped you get this far, this is a moment for us to salute them. Well done and thank you. People sometimes say to me, Giles, why are you still working at your age? And I say, it's very simple. I need the money. My wife and I, we have 3 children and 7 grandchildren, and we've discovered over the years that money is the one thing keeping us in touch with them. Now, it may be that you have had financial help over the last few years from your family. If you have, if they're here supporting you today, if they've been good to you as parents, guardians, helpers, and they're here, or maybe even watching online, or they're not here but you're thinking of them, if there are family members and friends who have helped you on this journey, let's salute them now too. Well done, the supporters. The Chancellor is merely the ceremonial head of the university. The real work is done by the Vice-Chancellor and her team. I simply turn up for the gala celebrations like this, and you couldn't imagine a more magnificent setting than this cathedral. There is no university graduation ceremony in the world, I believe, that takes place in a finer setting than this, which contains 1,000 years of history. This is a very special day in your lives. What is my role? Well, when I became Chancellor, I asked Chancellors of other universities, and they said it's very simple. All you're required to do really is turn up with a firm handshake and offer a few words of advice. And I've been brooding about what advice to give today. I've got relatively recently into podcasts. Some of the older people won't know what they are, but you will know. Podcasts. I do one with the University of Chester called the Commonwealth Poetry Podcast, where with my daughter Afra and the university, we every fortnight visit remotely a different Commonwealth country. There are 56 Commonwealth countries, and explore those countries through someone from that country and through poetry associated with that country. That got me into podcasting. But recently I've been doing one called Rosebud. And on Rosebud, I asked people about their first memories, We've done people of distinction, everyone from Dame Judi Dench to Sir Keir Starmer. This morning I was recording one with a very famous cricketer, and I have him in mind because this afternoon we are honouring a football referee and a footballer of huge distinction. And I was talking sport this morning with a man called Sir Vivian Richards, and in his day he was, well, many people regard him as one of the greatest cricketers of all time. Some people regard him as the greatest batsman of all time, full stop. But he was telling me about how when he was 16, he went out for the first time to bat for his country and was bowled out on the first ball. And I think it's called a golden duck. Anyway, this happened, and he, I'm afraid, stamped his feet in anger and was reprimanded by the umpire. But the people in the stands were furious that they couldn't see him. So such was the trauma induced by this him stamping his feet and not being allowed to bat, that I'm afraid the people in the stands set fire to the stands, and the whole place went up in flames. Indeed, they wouldn't let the match go on until he was allowed to bat a second time. He was bowled out again, and he then had to bat a third time. The point of the story is that he argued with the umpire, which he realized in retrospect was not a good thing. So we'll be hearing later from a referee. But I asked him to what he attributed his success. And he said curiously that reading was one of the reasons he was successful as a cricketer. I said, reading? He said, yes. Reading helps you focus. And if you're going to be successful, a world-class cricketer, you have to focus. He also said you have to work. And I've interviewed vast range of people, princes, presidents, prime ministers, Nobel laureates. And most of all the advice they give is you want to succeed in life, hard work and perseverance are essential. Well, you've been working hard for the years you've been here, you've been persevering, but that hard work and perseverance has got to go on if you want to succeed. But as I was told when I was a little boy by the headmaster of my school, busy people are happy people. So I wish you busy lives, hard working lives, and successful lives. And I hope that what you have gained from your time at this university will lay the foundation for your successful careers that lie ahead. So, to succeed, work hard and persevere. In a moment, I'm going to be shaking your hands. And if you may think nothing of me, just think of the people that I have met. And at one remove, you'll be getting a handshake with all sorts of extraordinary people. Our current king, Charles III, and his wife, Queen Camilla, they are both honorary graduates of this university. I've shaken their hand. So at one remove, you're shaking hands with the head of state. Princes, prime ministers, presidents, Olympians, people of all sorts. So almost anybody you can conceive, I've shaken their hand. So at one remove, I'm giving you that this afternoon. But I was trying to think of something extra special, and I do offer you something extra special, and it's this. I was lucky enough to be a friend of the son of A.A. Milne. A.A. Milne was the author who in the 1920s wrote the books about Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh. Christopher Robin was a real person and a friend of mine. Winnie the Pooh was a real bear, written about in these storybooks, and then, of course, made famous through Disney. And most people in most parts of the world have heard of Winnie the Pooh. Ladies, gentlemen, when you get your degrees this afternoon, the moment you shake my hand, that is the moment that your degree and your award are conferred on you. And in that moment, as you shake my hand, please realize that you are shaking the hand that shook the hand that held the paw of Winnie the Pooh. No other university in the world can offer you that. That may be the reason you chose the University of Chester. We are very glad that you did. We are very proud of you. You can be proud of yourselves today. Congratulations. Remember today, it's your day. I look forward to shaking your hands very soon. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is David Cumberland, Associate Professor and Dean of the Chester School of Education, and it is my pleasure to present candidates for their degrees and awards. Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you these graduands for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education of this university.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I present to these graduates the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education of the University of Chester.
Magnus Alexander. Richard Anderson. Grace Araviso. Joshua Askey. Hayden Baines Hughes. Olivia Baker. Emily Barrow. Tobias Byrne. Amber Birch. Reuben Boss. Scott Bound. Georgia Bowers. Hannah Breeze. Kira Buchan. Danny Caddick. Beth Cartwright. Natalie Cartwright. Samuel Chesworth. Louise Collier. Catherine Collins. Jordan Conway. Martha Coogan. Amy Cooper. Jessica Cooper. Olivia Corker. Rhiannon Cousins. Amelia Craddock. Georgia Craig. Jack Crone. Emma Dauncey. Alice Davenport. Dawn Davies. Hannah Dodd. Kieran Donahue. Matthew Donahue. Samantha Dryborough. Isabel Duffy. Sarah Duncan. Rhiannon Dines. Jack Edwards. Pete Edwardson. Daisy Elliott. Callum Elson. Naomi M. Power. Liam Fagan. Grace Farnworth. Nicola Faulkner. Cody Fenlon. Rebecca Flaherty. Hannah Fowkes. Abby G. Amber George. Amber Gilmore. Amelia Godwin. Atusa Gudazi. Elizabeth Grattan. Megan Griffiths. Jack Grout. Stephanie Hall. Victoria Hall. Ethan Harvey. Annie Helen. Danielle Henshaw. Lucy Henshaw. Kyle Hill Chambers. Isabel Hills. Elizabeth Hodgson. Alicia Holland. Chloe Howard. Shakira Hughes. Catherine Hurdy. Victoria Hutchinson. Alyssa Jackson Wyatt. Molly James. Amy Yakulich. Ewan Jones. Georgia Jones. Melissa Jones. Fasiha Khan. Natasha Kirshner. Chloe Laird. Eve Lamb. Melanie Lammy. John Lamont. Megan Lata. Charlotte Law. Shania Lim. Gaynor Llewellyn Jenkins. Katie Lonsdale. Jasmine Lowe. Daniel Lyra. Joshua Mazzarella. Shannon McCormack. Alice McDavitt. Mia Metcalf. Rebecca Morley. Georgia Morton. Grace Oakley. Lily O'Gorman. Lily Oliver. Duncan Phillips. Holly Phillips. Ruth Reed. Sophie Renshaw. Barbara de Moraes. Charles Reynolds. Abigail Roberts. Courtney Roberts. Holly Roberts. Jessica Roberts. Lily Roberts. Sophie Roberts. Emily Robinson. Hayley Robinson. Megan Robinson. Jack Rose. Katie Rowan. Vera Rula. Yayan Rowe. Rebecca Rowe. Dylan Ryan. Jessica Ryder. Lauren Sanderson. Callum Sordy. Molly Sharples. Hannah Sheldon. Ben Shipton. Lucy Surdfield. Jack Skopsky, Amanda Smith, Jodie Smith, Kirsty Smith, Annie Spencer, Jennifer Stokes, Heather Stonehouse, Chanel Thomas, Kerry Travis, Benjamin Twiss, Judith Udaichi, Candice Unwin, Chloe Wahlberg, Georgia May Wharton, Susan Whittle, Joseph Wilcock, Alistair Williams, Kerry Williams, Isabel Williams, Rosie Williams, Sasha Williams, George Williamson, Paige Willoughby, Madeline Wilson, Emma Wynne, Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you these graduands for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Arts in this university.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I admit these graduates to the degree of Bachelor of Arts of the University of Chester.
Millie Abel, Theon Birkbeck, Maisie Blythe, Lauren Bauer, Amber Brooks, Lauren Bunce, Emily Burgess, Elise Cairns, Hannah Campbell, Maisie Castell, Meg Challoner, Elaine Charles, Paige Clark, Keen Cope Arnold, Lucy Coker, Jasmine Cotterill. Abigail Cowley. Recipient of the University Prize for Innovation in Education, the Susan M. Chance St. Peter's Saltley Prize, Charlotte Cresswell. Jane Cruikshank. Amy Dainty. Amy Dickinson. Matthew Douglas. Danielle Dunn. Holly Dunn. Brodie Edge. Emma Evans. Jasmine Fives. Naomi Forster. Lauren Fox. Evelyn Garner. Katie G. Eliza Grimshaw. Charlotte Grossart. Abby Grove. Catherine Harkness. Stephanie Harper. Thomas Haycock. Ebony Heaton Clark. Rachel Henderson. Anya Hill Yates. Isabella Hitchin. Sydney Hall. Megan Horton. Holly Rose Howard. Olivia Hughes. Lucy Hutchinson. Amy Jones. Beth Jones. Christopher Jones. Megan Jones. Hannah Kearney. Jason Kilshaw. Megan Kirk. Emma Lakin. Phoebe Lawrence. Lauren Laycock. Sinead Leach. Ellie Lodge. Adam Marsden, Caitlin Matthews, Shannon Males, Hannah McClurg, Bethany McDonough, Robin McGann, Charlie McKnight, Isabel McNamee, Brianna Morgan, David Morris, Ellie Newbold, Stevie Albany, Charlotte Osborne, Imogen Parfitt, Katie Parks, Emma Parry, Neve Pevitt, Georgina Priest, Rebecca Price, Bethan Purdy, Kira Quigg, Francesca Renwick, Megan Rowley, Abigail Russon, Emma Scotchford, Aaron Scott, Bethany Shaw, Lucy Shingler, Olivia Smith, Yulita Shalekka, John Suckley, Rebecca Turner, Lottie Van Onselen, Rowena Wang, Amna Wakar, Frances Wellens, Holly Watmore, Eleanor White, Leonie Whitehead, Oscar Wood, Chancellor, I make application to you to present the degrees and awards listed to those candidates at the University of Chester who have not been presented in person, but whose names appear in the programme and who have indicated that they wish their degrees to be presented in their absence. I certify that they are worthy to receive those degrees and awards, and I stand as proxy for them.
I admit them to those degrees and present those awards, and I accept you as proxy. I now call on the Public Auditor to present the Honorary Graduate Cheryl Foster for admission to her degree.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to present to you Cheryl Foster, MBE, for admission to the degree of Honorary Doctor of Science. Cheryl Foster is a teacher, a referee, and a footballer, but not necessarily in that order. She is a woman who has tried and excelled at 3 different careers, often at the same time, and always with huge success. Cheryl was born in Llandudno, and in her early childhood, it soon became apparent, to her dad at least, that she was an exceptionally gifted footballer. When games in the back garden moved into the school playground, it was the boys who noticed Cheryl's footballing skills. But the head teacher at her primary school would not allow her to play with them. And so Cheryl joined the local team, the Conway Devils, where, as the only girl in a league that was mixed just until the age of 13, she soon had to lie about her age just to carry on playing the sport she loved. At 15, Cheryl had a trial for Bangor City Ladies, the local women's team, and joined, going on to play there until the age of 22 and finishing every season between 1999 and 2003 as the club's top scorer. Aged just 16, Cheryl was selected for her first senior cap for Wales, playing away against Ireland, and then going on to play a total of 63 times for her country, scoring 9 goals and ending her international career in 2011 as Wales' most capped women's footballer at the time. Despite playing for Wales during her A-levels, Cheryl remembers a total lack of appreciation and support from her A-level PE teacher, a situation that has led her to focus her own career on championing the value and importance of women and girls in sport. With the phenomenal and unwavering support of her parents, Stephen and Christina, however, Cheryl had so much success still to come. Aged 22, Cheryl signed for Liverpool, where she played 177 times over the next 9 years and scored 70 goals, finishing the title-winning 2009-10 season as the league's top scorer and scoring Liverpool's first ever goal in the Women's Super League era in the 2011 Merseyside derby. It was during her time at Liverpool that Cheryl undertook her PGCE and qualified as a teacher, starting her career at Bishop's Bluecoat High School here in Chester, where she still works 19 years later as a PE teacher, deputy head of sixth form, and as a PGCE student mentor. As Cheryl's playing career was coming to an end in 2013, she contacted the Welsh FA to inquire about obtaining coaching badges or to see if there might be any refereeing courses available, thinking that either option would complement her teaching career. And so, after a 10-week referees course and passing her Laws of the Game test, Cheryl began her new career by running the line for the first time in the Welsh League in 2013. By 2015, Cheryl had been nominated as a FIFA referee and received her full FIFA badge in 2016, working her way through the gradings to become an elite referee right at the very top of the game by 2020. At the 2022 Women's European Championships in England, Cheryl refereed France against Germany in the semi-final, before finding herself in Costa Rica just 5 days later for the Women's Under-20s World Cup. There, she was the 4th official for the final, ending a busy school summer holidays by returning to the UK on the 31st of August and showing up for work at school the very next day. By 2023, Cheryl was widely regarded as one of the best referees in women's world football and refereed that year's Women's Champions League final when Barcelona beat Wolfsburg 3-2 in Eindhoven. Cheryl's shirt from that game is framed and hangs proudly in the PE department of Cheryl's school here in Chester, inspiring the children there every day. Next stop was Australia, where Cheryl was named as one of 120 officials for the 2023 Women's World Cup. Cheryl says that she just wanted to do one game, but such is her standing, she was asked to referee the fourth place final, an honour that saw her bring home a coveted World Cup referee's medal. As a referee, Cheryl is hugely respected around the world, partly because players recognise the value and experience of her having played the game at the top level for so long, and partly, she says, due to the influence that teaching has had on her approach to refereeing. Cheryl says that there are many similarities between playing football, refereeing and teaching, her progress through each being marked by good days and tough days, massive successes and making mistakes. But as an advocate of reflective practice, she knows that each experience is one to learn from. On the 2nd of October this year, Cheryl received her MBE for services to football and to women's sport. It was entirely fitting that Cheryl was presented with this honour by the football-loving Prince of Wales at an event that went on, by all accounts, a little longer than usual, as Cheryl and William quickly got chatting about their shared love of the game. Cheryl says that her attention will turn next to the future of women's football and to bringing her 3 careers together to focus on the education and training of the next generation of elite referees. I asked Cheryl how she coped with the pressure of refereeing Arsenal versus Chelsea live on BBC One recently. Resilience is key, it's massive, she said. I think we can all agree that resilience has been key to that little girl who went from not being allowed to play to reaching the very top of not one, but 3 different careers. Chancellor, in the name of the Senate and of the Council, it is with great pleasure that I present to you Cheryl Foster, MBE, for admission to the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, in this university. Thank you.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, of the University of Chester. It gives me great pleasure now, particularly because I happen to be an admirer of Dr. Foster's mother, but that's by the by. It gives me great pleasure to invite Dr. Foster herself to address the congregation.
Thank you for that kind introduction. I'm not sure what's more nerve-wracking, speaking in front of you all, or being a Liverpool fan, refereeing at Old Trafford in front of 46,000 Manchester United supporters. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud family members, and most importantly, our talented graduates. It's an honour to stand here today sharing a few reflections from my journey as a PE teacher and football referee officiating at the Euros and World Cup. As you embark on your own paths, I hope to impart some invaluable lessons that have shaped my career and can support you in yours. First and foremost, embrace the power of resilience. In my role as PE teacher, I have witnessed countless students struggle, only to rise again stronger. Equally, as a referee, I have faced intense pressure, scrutiny, and at times criticism. But every challenge taught me to stand firm, learn from my mistakes, and adapt. Remember, every setback is an opportunity for growth. Embrace those moments. They will define your character and set you on a path to success. Next, value teamwork and collaboration. Whether on the field or in the classroom, I've learned that success is rarely achieved in isolation. In football, every player must trust their teammates. And as a teacher, fostering a collaborative environment is essential for student growth. Learn to communicate openly, listen actively, and support one another. Together, we can achieve far more than we could ever do alone. Another crucial lesson is to maintain integrity and fairness. As a referee, I have the responsibility to ensure the game is played fairly, regardless of external pressures. Upholding integrity in your actions builds trust and respect. As you navigate your careers, remember that your values will guide your decisions. Stand firm in your principles, and the respect you earn will be invaluable. Additionally, stay passionate and curious. My journey has been fueled by the love for sports and education. I encourage you to find what ignites your passion and pursue it relentlessly. Stay curious, seek knowledge, and experience that challenge your perspective. This drive will not only enhance your skills, but will also inspire those around you. Lastly, never underestimate the impact of mentorship. Throughout my career, I've been fortunate to receive the incredible mentors, their guidance that have shaped my understanding and approach. Seek mentors who challenge you and provide honest feedback. And as you grow, be willing to give back. Be a mentor to others. Your experience can empower and inspire future generations. In conclusion, as you step into the world beyond these walls, remember to embrace resilience, value teamwork, maintain integrity, stay passionate, and seek mentorship. Each one of you holds the potential to make a significant impact in your chosen fields, just as I have in mine. Before I finish, I'd like to share a personal story with you. Throughout my life, my parents have been my unwavering supporters in everything I've done. My dad, who is bravely living the challenges of MS, and my mum, who has dedicated herself as his full-time carer. I remember when I was younger, playing in a cup final. I decided to write a message on my t-shirt underneath my kit. If I scored, I would run over to my parents, where they were watching me, and reveal the message. Sure enough, in the final minutes of the game, I scored the winning goal. I sprinted over to them. I pulled up my shirt and revealed the message, "That one's for you, Dad." But the best part wasn't the look on my dad's face. It was my mum's reaction. "What about me?" Now, I promise, I'm not just about to whip off this gown and reveal another message, but as I stand here receiving this incredible honour, I want to say, this one's for you, Mum. Congratulations to you all. The future is bright, and I can't wait to see the incredible things you achieve. Thank you very much.
I now invite Evelyn Garner, graduate of the class of 2024, to address the congregation.
Hello, my name is Evelyn Garner, and I've recently completed a BA in Primary Education 5 to 11 with QTS, and it's an honour to be chosen to speak to you all today. Becoming a teacher has always been my dream. From lining up teddies in my bedroom and taking pretend registers to, admittedly, bossing my brother around, I always knew that teaching was the path for me. Now, as a secondary school teacher, I'm more certain than ever that this is exactly where I'm meant to be. As we gather here today, we're not just celebrating the end of our studies, but the beginning of our professional journeys. This path has been filled with both challenges and triumphs, demanding dedication, perseverance, and at times, a few panicked Google searches like what even is pedagogy. Yet, here we are, ready and eager to take on the next steps of our lives. I'd like to begin by expressing my deepest thanks to the University of Chester. The education and experiences we've gained here have been invaluable in preparing us for the real world of teaching. The School of Education have guided and challenged us, pushing us to think critically, adapt quickly, and never underestimating the power of a well-timed teacher stare. We've learned that teaching isn't just about imparting knowledge, it's about inspiring your minds and nurturing a love for learning. Thanks to this university, many of us have had opportunities and experiences we never could have imagined. For me, that came in the form of teaching in Australia, an opportunity I never would have dreamed of without the university's support, and the opportunity to undertake a 6-week enrichment placement. These memories and experiences are what will leave a lasting impact as we grow through our professional journeys. I'm sure everyone in this room has special people who have supported and encouraged them along the way, whether it's family, friends, mentors, or even themselves. For me, that support has come from friends, grandparents, and my partner, but especially from my mum and dad. Without you both, I wouldn't be the person I am standing here today. I owe so much to you for the sacrifices you've made, the guidance you provided, and the love you show me every day. You're my biggest inspirations, and I'm so lucky to have you both. To my fellow graduates, today is about celebrating not just what we've achieved, but how far we've come. We've shared moments of joy, stress, and everything in between, but through every lecture, assignment, and placement, we've made it here. What we've learned goes far beyond lectures. We've gained resilience, adaptability, and the ability to handle whatever life throws at us. What's left to come, I guess we'll never know. But whether your next step is in education, business, or elsewhere, there's no doubts we'll continue to grow and thrive, hopefully only using our teacher voices when absolutely necessary. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2024.
I now invite Dr. Helen Galbraith, Senior Pro-Vice Chancellor, to address the congregation.
Good afternoon, I'm Dr. Helen Galbraith, and I'd like to share with you a few notes about the achievements of our school and education, the School of Education, and the achievements of our graduates. Our vision is partnership with the learner at its heart to promote a just and decent society. Our early career teachers gathered here today have realised this vision through tireless dedication to their own learning, to their pupils, and to each other. This is a time of unprecedented challenges for schools, teachers, and pupils, and to design teacher training programs which build the resilience of new teachers and which equip them to support and help the pupils with the challenges they face is an immense privilege and in itself a significant challenge. Rudyard Kipling's poem If is a good description of the work of teachers in today's world. Innovation has been the hallmark of our QTS programs, and in secondary, for example, the programs of school immersion have been running for nearly 4 years incredibly successfully. Associate teachers and tutors from the university co-plan, co-teach in school, and co-reflect to model the process of practice improvement on the basis of an interaction between theory and practice. This model has now been rolled out nationally as part of new accredited ITE programs in the forms of periods of intensive training and practice, or ITAPs, which are being delivered now to our new cohorts of associate teachers. We have also given more opportunities for primary and secondary ATs to interact together over elements of programme content, particularly in supporting pupils who have special educational needs and disabilities, and in giving opportunities for associate teachers from each phase to work in the other on placements. Several of our ECTs today have been involved in enrichment projects throughout their programmes, which included placements abroad in Australia, Spain, and America, special schools, pupil referral units, developing their knowledge of how education is done in non-mainstream or overseas settings. We successfully accredited ourselves to the new criteria for initial teacher training as set out by the Department for Education, a process which many other providers have not successfully achieved. And our work was once again affirmed by Ofsted as being of very high quality. Our school partners, whether they are lead school partners or core partners, continue to support our ITE provision throughout these challenges and lent their support to our students literally with the learner at its heart. School-based mentoring has never been better, and we are proud to support them with some of the most effective mentor training programs we've ever put together. Lead school partners continue to innovate too, and in particular the project at Wade Deakin to provide mental health first aider training to all its associate teachers is one we are keen to introduce across the board. We have also seen lead school partners collaborate with each other more this year in providing inspiring teaching and support for our associate teachers. It is the stories of individual ATs who have succeeded that we should all take as inspiration. We have had more international students this year successfully graduate, and in some of these individual cases, they've arrived here for the first time with English as a second language and have to learn the culture, the systems and processes, as well as interact and make sense of academic research. We are so proud of you, our graduates, and your achievements, and we hope that you are as proud of your achievements as we are proud of you. Thank you.
As our graduation ceremony draws to a close, we hope this day has been memorable for you and for those who've supported you throughout your studies. My congratulations again to all of you here. This is a special day that I hope you will always remember, and you can be very proud of yourselves. The future is yours, so own it well. I now declare closed this congregation for the presentation of degrees and awards. Salva sit universitas nostra, quod pregantis consurgamus.